Nah, I'll take it. I will live game. Man, I really like the card. It's amazing. Let's see if they go for the attack. Predictable. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and this is the first video of the day. Yes, you will get an additional one at the usual time as well. This one is focused around Intimidation Campaign, card that I kinda ignored at the start, but one of your comments from you guys reminded me about this card, and I have to say, this really reminds me of Disinformation Campaign. You will see how insane amounts of value you can get from this, and the fact that only targeting anything, so the crime, will give you an extra card, and don't disregard the gain life and gain and lose life. This makes a huge difference, especially against aggro decks. Like having 3 or 4 extra life will mean that a lightning strike doesn't kill you anymore, and you have so much stuff that targets. Basically every single spell you have targets something. Also, an added value is that Soul Partition becomes really insane card with this kind of connection or combination. Just because you target something, yes, they will get the card sooner or later, but it doesn't matter because it's cheap and you can just draw more cards with Disinformation Campaign. Sorry, Intimidation, man, I will never learn. And yeah, the rest of the deck is pure control. We have some showdowns, we have some Sphinx, so we have ways to kill our opponent. We kinda like the damage from the Sphinx because it synergizes with the campaign. If we drain them 5 times, that means Sphinx attack into Sphinx and double attack is exactly lethal, so this will catch them off guard very quickly. With counter spells like 3 steps ahead and no more lies, you get so much control over the game. Very cool interaction is March of Otherworldly Light, because you have so many cards that very often you don't mind exiling extra cards, as long as they, you know, keep you alive basically, and you can always get campaign back, draw more cards and get more fuel for the marches. So you kinda get the best of both worlds. So guys, let's go into games, and I really hope you will enjoy this one. And if you enjoy the pace of 2 videos a day, it's been a marathon, but an enjoyable one. Don't forget to subscribe, support the channel, and by the way, welcome all the new subscribers. Like, there's plenty of you, and I couldn't be more happy, so welcome to the channel. I hope you'll enjoy your stay. And yeah, have fun guys and enjoy the show. This card will be a menace. It's super interesting for me that this was printed, because this amplifies kinda the pattern. Do we go for the removal? It's red. Alright, let's go. It amplifies the pattern of basically having instant removal or dying. So that's a very extreme one. We keep the removal. Right now we just need to keep trading removal for his place, then go with Sphinx, and probably then go campaign and start chaining with the rest of the things. Alright. They have more. This is really good for them, because on this turn I don't have other play. If they did it now, that would be insanely good. For us. For us. So they can already pump it to oblivion basically. Alright, you know what? That's fine. If they play something right now, okay, they can get the Shredder trigger. We cannot really prevent it, so I take it. If he goes for the damage without having open mana, we instantly get the trade, and that is probably game. If they don't do it, we have options here. I probably want to use Void Rend first, because this the Soul Partition is easier to use with campaign. I shouldn't talk so much, because now he sees I have something. They have a land, that's good for them. I think they top decked it. I think their play was hoping to get it. Huh. I'll give him, because I hope... So this goes to graveyard, this is the idea. Let's see if they go for the attack. Predictable. Alright, great. Nice slick shot. Good for us, bad for them. And of course they can still plot it. So what is the play here? I really would love to start doing cards with my campaign, because it's super cool. Lockdown prevents a lot of shenanigans. Let's go with campaign. We won't double spell, so it's fine. And you know, we get some extra life total. And the Sphinx will get a hexproof on their turn when they untap. They probably have some protection spells, or at least they have a chance of having those. So they will plot something, sure. I don't really think it's great here. Because we have Sphinx, right? So it dies on the next turn, basically. And, like, what is the card, I wonder? Like, they have Lightning Strike? Bro, you can just play it. I don't know, man. Sure, they get 1 extra mana, but they basically lose Jace. And at this point, I can just kill it. And they have nothing, man. Absolutely nothing, and I will get the campaign. So I don't think that was a great play. We're at 21, this dies, they have nothing, they have no creatures, and 2 burns, like 1 burn spell and 1 this. This is just really bad for them overall. So, let's start here. Bye, Jace. You can be only on our side. Please don't betray us again. And we go Intimidation Campaign, right? And when you get going with this, it just feels great, and the life drain actually matters. Like, you can feel the difference when you start life draining. You stabilize very nicely. Especially that it's Dimir color, so we will definitely make a Dimir deck with this one. Because life gain for Dimir is always a little bit of, you know, lackluster part. They can get the Phoenixes, but then we exile both of them, so it doesn't matter. It's so strange to... Sure, you did it. Congratulations. And this is so weird. I'm used to playing Imrev, right? So whenever I see a tapped creature, I assume it should lose the hexproof. Alright, go for it. And when do you draw a card? When graveyard. I kinda want it in the battlefield because we are playing the lockdown, so I will allow it, alright? A control player allows it. This one time. And never do it again. It's so fun. So I am taking this damage for free because I want to get better deal, and I will cycle. I kinda like the lands. Okay, good job. Yeah, I would definitely hard counter consider. Man, they played the weirdest instant moments ever. I love it. Absolutely love it. And you can see that Sphinx is definitely stoic here and just gives us so much breathing room. With a counter spell, like, they have nothing. Alright, we won. Alright, so Go for the Throat is super good draw. And March is still nice. So if they play it and try to pump it, we Go for the Throated. March is great for Swift Spear. Just keep plotting everything. 0 mana haste creatures are always what we want. Well, I'm so glad they printed it. No. Alright? No. That's an interesting play. Isn't the whole point of your deck playing those and then casting Monstrous Rage? I mean, you know, just you do you. I don't interfere. To be honest, Otawara can be important. I don't want to pay myself, but I think in this situation it might be worth it. Like, we will see. We will see. I don't have 2 mana play, so if I... Like, this is kinda the same as Soul Partition, as long as I have lands. Good job. You played the thing. Do they know that they can use those cards? So, I think I Soul Partition it, right? No. No. Here you go. That's your Godric. They have a land. No, this is 0, right. The mana is a little bit unfortunate. And I think we'll use this for blue mana, because we need a lot of it. And we go like this. That's a good start. And we can start getting it back. Extra cards will definitely help. If they cast something super, you know, expensive, we can normalize. Like, if they play only Godric, That means they are fully tapped, and even if they double play this, they don't have mana to amplify anything. They can play a land and 1-drop, and that's fine. I should have countered it, right? I was just talking about it. This happens when... yeah, like this honestly happens when I talk too much. Yep. Absolutely. It still kinda works, you know? Kinda. And, yeah. I will definitely play land. Double pain. This might kill us. I think we hold the mana on this turn, because if we play this, they have enough probably to kill us, and they don't know that we have Memory Deluge at the end step. So if they don't do anything this turn and try to prepare for next turns, we are fine. Sure, go for it. You did it. You played the card. This is a good moment to play it, right? Oh, but I don't have enough blue. That sucks. If I go for this, I also... yeah, one way or the other, it's kind of the same. I don't really want to take the damage, so I will counter it. A bit unfortunate. I guess we get the Mirrex. The mana is so unfortunate, man. Casting Memory Deluge in this situation would win the game, probably. Do we kill this? I don't think we do. Like, we have one more turn. We need some card advantage. And this land is really nice. It's tapped, but it will solve a lot of problems. We don't need more though. Especially that we are bottlenecked on blue mana. So we get here. I'm like, we're on the verge of dying, by the way. It doesn't look like it, and here they go. Sure. I want them to use those cards, because this is the only way they can buff stuff. Alright, and where's the buff? Okay. That's not yet the most damage. And let's see the last card. They kinda need to do it first. I'll take it. I will take it. And of course we commit crime, we get the value. Alright. They were really patient, I'll give them. That was a really high level play, because normally every red player will just pump it first. They did it because they knew we have a removal. It won't probably matter because we hit a really good card right now. I mean, one of the 4 that we play. I really don't want to go with Mirrex. Like, this is not how we win the game. Man, lockdown? You can see the power of lockdown. I mean, enjoy your Godric. Enjoy your Godric. Land into Godric, no more lies? Is that the play? Or nothing and Memory Deluge? One of the two. I really don't think... well, this is weird, because I don't think they played the slickshot stuff very well. Sure. But the other thing they did very well. Like, this antagonized play was really good. I don't love to admit it, alright? But I need to be truthful. Okay, so get lost and no more lies. This will be our answer. And I'll be honest, the drain from this card is actually pretty legit. Like, this makes a big difference. That's the third time we played it, and we would be at 5. That's such a big difference. Nah. Nah. I'll take it. I will live game. Man, I really like the card. It's amazing. Even against aggro. And it's not even meant against aggro. Chicken? Alright. Good. That's what I thought. What about a campaign? I don't need Mirrex, man. Like, I'm just winning with this. Oh boy, double Sphinx. We also have a counter spell. Like, they lost the game. They don't know it, but they lost the game already. Go for it. I believe in you, man. Oh, this will hurt. You know what? Let's give them a moment to be happy. No blockers. I think this is enough happiness for our mono red player, so let's kill it and see the explosion. Oh, always the best part. Man, this card is legit. Like, look at how much I live gain. And you can already see, I would love to hit a bit more lands. But I'm having so much fun, I can just keep playing stuff. Thank you. Man, now I have so many counter spells, like he is neutralized for next to top decks, even if those are perfect cards. Alright, I don't mind Kumano. Let's play the Sphinx. We pass the turn. And we attack. Why? Because that means the next turn is lethal. Man, we close the game really quickly. Okay, so we kill this. We get the campaign. We don't need to do it, but it's really, really, really fun. And I know my opponent doesn't feel too much fun right now, and he will lose, which will make it even better. So, now, whatever he draws, we counter it. Or just play Sphinx and block it. So whatever he draws, he has 0 top decks that will win him the game in the whole deck. And I mean, is that enough to play new cards, my friend? Or you still stick to mono red? Why aren't you an aggro deck? What's going on? What happened? Man, he decided it's not good already? That's a good call. That is a very good call, but he should... Hello. Do you see some similarities between the control mages? Alright, we have Mirrex, he has double Surveil, and we have the Intimidation Campaign. I want to unlock a potential for counter spell. And I don't mind passing priority here, because counter spells don't show priority without, you know, any spell on the stack. This is interesting, alright. Okay, I didn't expect this one. What do you want to cast? So what this will be? Some kind of reanimation deck, I guess. 3 lands and the prankster. Alright, so that makes sense. So he really wants to get something in the graveyard. So I could Soul Partition, but that gives him this on the next turn again. So I'm not sure if I really want to. I might kill it with the Void Rend, to be honest. It might be the best play. I could also go for campaign, but man, it feels like I might die, you know, before. What do you do? Is that... They reanimate something, but I have no idea what. They will really start to draw cards. This will be so slow. I think this gives him too much value. I don't know what they will do, but I know I don't want them to do it. And this, for this kind of deck, this is insanely good engine. Of course they have another one, which sucks. They still go for chapter 1, so let's see. I don't think they know they can read ahead, you know? We have double blue, so we can go for Memory Deluge. Unfortunately, in this kind of situation, like I can die instantly to a lot of stuff, so I cannot really go in campaign. I need to have my mana open every time. Alright, we're starting to get some pieces together. This is probably, so this is copying, right? As a copy of an artifact or creature. Okay. I don't know, man. Like, I have some ideas, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they play counter spells. Generally they shouldn't, but you never know. Get Lost is okay. March is also okay. We have enough campaigns, so I think we go like this. I need a lot of mana, man. Okay, I think we have enough mana to start doing the thing. Alright, let's keep drawing cards. The first, you know, few turns are always the worst with this kind of gameplay. And this is actually good for him. You know what? I think we might invest a little bit more cards. I don't love this play, but I think it's better. And you know, we are getting a lot of value from campaigns, so we have some cards to burn. And I'm so hungry, but there is no time to eat. You need to make more decks, more content. Alright, the gaze. The gaze is really good for them. It will give them the 4th land they're looking for, and it potentially can give them the target for animation. Okay, so they milled all 3 cards, they won the 4th land. Alright, they got it. But that's fair. 4 draws is enough to hit a land, that's for sure. So let's see. This could be Reenact the Crime already, right? Man, they really want to found this 3rd path. Like, they're really persistent on this one. Alright. I mean, we can kill another one. They should probably go for chapter 2, man. I'm not sure what they're going for chapter 1 all the time. And milling cards seems like the main thing they are doing. So that should give them the pieces they are looking for. You know, if I analyzed longer, I probably could get how it kills, but, you know, it's fine. We don't need to. How do we go about it? How do we go about it? Probably get lost. If they played this into double map tokens, I think we're okay with it. So let's draw a card. With the campaign type of stuff, of cards, the most important part is that you get more mana than your opponent, because you draw 2 cards a turn usually. So I can use 1 March, target it. I think it's worth it. And we probably get lost later. With the campaign, we can kind of trade cards for tempo, because we draw so many, you know, extra cards. And the best part is when you start playing 2 campaigns a turn. Man, that gets fun very quickly. Alright, we really answered nearly everything he has. The gaze will probably give him 1 good card. But we still have Get Lost open, so hopefully we can interact very quickly. Alright, they will keep getting their combo. We didn't hit a counter spell, which is kinda insane. We have a lot of counter spells in this deck, and we don't have a single one. We definitely want at least 1 in our hand to prevent, you know, the main combo. Whatever it is. Alright, no fading hopes for you. They did it main phase, right? So this turn can be a little bit slow for them. We could also go Memory Deluge on this turn, because this draws 2 random cards, this draws 2 out of 7. I could play 1 of them and I can hit a counter spell. So if I hit counter spell from the top, this is better. If that's not a counter spell, Memory Deluge is simply better. I will do this, especially that we have full open mana, so maybe they will, you know, care a bit more what they play, but it's not like they have a choice really. Like, this kind of deck is not my favorite, because you basically play your spells, and if they get countered, your deck doesn't work anymore. And our Joe is really on the bad side against this kind of matchup, and they don't really know it. So they might play a bit more scared than they should. I hope for it. I don't count on it. Punk. And they don't play counter spells, it seems. Okay, I hope they will try to get around No More Lies and get this 3 extra mana. That gives us time for Memory Deluge. Man, down to 22 cards. This is slowly a time where you need to start killing me, my friend. But they are cycling, they are stacking their hand. 3 mana is not nothing, they can still do something. I nearly clicked it. Okay, this is important. I need this to resolve, I need my counter spell. No way! Really? How did I not hit a single counter spell? Man, this is literally half of my deck. Not literally, but nearly. Alright, that's on the really bad side so far. I think this is this and Soul Partition then. You know what, let's take this, because it can lose abilities and it can be useful. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Alright, that's way better. That's way better. Let's use this Mirrex for blue mana and start doing some extra cards. Because we have so many counter spells here that we can stack them very heavily. Like, we should start doing them very soon. And 5 mana is open, that's perfect. Either 3 steps ahead, so a counter spell into Get Lost, or both modes, or, you know, some combinations of it. Even Final Showdown, sure. So we just chill, try to draw as many counter spells as possible, and there will be one turn when he goes for the big play. If we can prevent it, that should be it. I didn't see any reenact the crime so far, which is weird. There's also white invoked, but usually it's not very used anymore. But that was the main reanimation spell for a while. Listen, I'm waiting. I want to know what will happen. Okay. I could play the Sphinx, but they might cast something in response. For example, this into reenact the crime. If I recall, that's an instant. And then we cannot counter it, so I don't think we go for it. Like, we are doing really good right now. Let's not mess it up. And I want as much colored mana as possible. We just need to draw into more counter spells. 1 is already quite nice, but 2 will probably close the game. Here we go. You know, when you have 7-8 counter spells and you didn't draw any for like 20 something cards, you know that your chance of drawing them is kinda okay. Like in the next draws. Go for it. Man, like, I'm curious. At this point, I just want to be impressed when I die. Alright. They probably fling something in my face, but I'm not. How do they make it 2020? Maybe push and pull? I don't know. Let's see it. Let's see it. I have as much fun guessing what's going to happen as basically playing the game. Alright, a new card. We didn't see this one so far. I'm trying to lurk for information because there's something more here. I failed to see it. I think they're stacking all the mana so they can pay no more lies. But they will have to do the thing on one turn anyway. Is that worth a Get Lost? This might give them map tokens. So I think we just take... But this gives us cards. Cards are great. And it also prevents... us from tapping out fully. So if he wants to use this to play something like Reenact the Crime, which is 3 blue and 1 colorless, we can counter it and get some sweet value. And they might think it's a good moment for them, but it's not. Okay, a good draw. Like, we don't need to kill them, they will kill themselves. We just need to not die to their weird play. 3, 5 and 2. Okay, I don't think we play more. What do we discard? Not really sure. I honestly think we discard the land. We want all the tools because we aren't really sure what will happen. So each one of them can break something in our opponent's deck. Land definitely shouldn't do it, and we draw so many cards that we should probably draw it naturally anyway. Down to 3 cards only. The most exciting game ever. You know, from sight it can seem boring, but I'm actually so excited, more than playing Mono Red. Like, this is something that does something, and I want to know what. Alright, let's think right now. Return target from your graveyard to battlefield. 0, so nothing additional. It's a spirit. Alright, so he will activate something else, right? I mean, show me. Just show me. Alright, I think it's a good moment to break the combo, right? You know, just to make it a bit more messy, because if he has it, he probably needs it. Let's make sure that he doesn't get what he wants. You know, to be honest, if I wasn't like recording, I would probably just read the card and try to think what's going on. But, you know, I don't want to make it wrong. And it will be more fun if I die randomly. I don't really see me dying right now, to be honest. But that might be famous last words. Alright, a 9/9. Like, I know he can copy, you know, this as a creature, but where is the rest of the damage? Like, I'm at 24, so even 20 damage won't do. He needs way more. He really wants this part. Nah. Yeah, this is his big turn. He tries to stack his whole deck for this one turn, and it's not even close, man. Like, it's not even close. And map token. Sure. Why not? Why not? Let's give him a map token. The only problem is that we probably have to play the showdown to kill this, because paying 10 for March is a little bit extreme. 12 cards to go. Alright. Alright. I'm going with it. We still have a lot of counter spells. Like, I want to know what will happen in the end. We keep the showdown, right? I think this is enough for this turn. Even though we have so many campaigns, like, the pressure is so high on both sides that we kinda don't want to lose it. When he uses the map token, I'll probably try to kill the board. I won't have a counter spell, so that's a little bit scary, but he has only one card, so he can combo with it probably. It's not indestructible or anything, right? Alright. That's why we needed all this extra mana. And we still have March in the worst case. You know, we can do it for 0. Alright, so no exploration. You have one card to make the whole combo. Let's see. Maybe he has it. Maybe he has it. Rakdos joins up. Can bring this. Or would I, no. He awakens it. I'm not sure, man. It doesn't seem that he's doing it. Okay, this is the turn when we can go a little bit crazy, and for me, a little bit crazy is Information Campaign. You know there will be this one comment, oh, you could play the Sphinx 50 turns ago. No. No. We want to have fun and we want to counter spells. I have a lot of hard counter spells, and he has only one card, so he won't get there. If he doesn't do anything on this turn, then we cast the Sphinx. By the way, we drained him quite a lot and he's at 22. Alright, my friend, show me. The problem for him is that he needs 2 perfect cards that win the game on their own, because I can counter one of them. They also need to be pretty cheap, so normal eyes won't hit it. And now we play Sphinx and we try to get campaigns. Are you as excited as I? I hope you enjoyed this game, man. I'm actually having so much fun during this match. He can kill it. Oh, it will die. It will die. Then we start going Mirrex probably. I wanted to kill with Sphinx, but he will probably also mill himself, to be honest. Alright, one of the cards. That's actually good information for us. Alright, we played this. I don't think we need to do anything else. I could start playing the campaigns. You know what, let's start playing the campaigns. We get rid of this, we get all of them back. We need to hold like 5 or 6 mana probably. Let's go 5, we take it. And you can see that the value never ends with this deck. You can just go, and I have 27 cards. We need to be careful not to mill ourselves, but it should be fine. So number 1, and we can play another one. Here we go. See, this is exactly what we played for. So we want 3 and 3, we have to open. We will cycle Raffine Tower at the end step, so it will be nearly the same as playing this, with no risk of it. 3, 3, and 2, so we can play all of those. And that should start closing the game, so we are using Mirrex, and this is what we are waiting for. This is exactly the type of play we tried to do. Nah. I don't even want to draw cards. Like, I'm fine with it. Oh, and it goes back. But I really appreciate this match because you can see how much more value we have in this deck. Sometimes in a short game you can see that, yeah, like you use them once or twice, but if the game goes longer, man, we draw like 10 cards probably or more. Right, guys, we're going first. I kinda like the hand, and you know what? I like drawing lands even more. I don't know what my opponent is playing, but I know what I want to draw. I want to draw a land. We don't have a land for the next turn, so that's a little bit on the unfortunate side. And that's it. This is like we got mana screwed. Alright, our opponent played an Ancestral Record. He really wants to kill stuff. That's what they do. Let's get rid of it permanently. It would be great to have a lockdown and, you know, just kill everything for free, but we aren't there. So I guess we'll just try to draw cards and see if we're worthy. Nope. Imagine hitting your third land drop. What a crazy person. And there are comments like 26 lands, man, you got flute. Well, here's your flute. Alright. You like your cards, huh? Man, we are trading 2 for 1 all the time. So he has something else for 1 mana. That's an interesting one. This is sorcery. Yep, this is sorcery speed. So it wasn't the card. You know what? We got a land. It's the worst land we could get at this point, but I'll still take it. I'll still take it. And Soul Partitions are doing a nice job here. So we know he has 1 mana instant. Let's see it. You really want it, don't you? Man, I literally traded 2 for 1 3 times in a row. Those guys, I mean, they don't learn, man. They don't learn. I hope he draws a land, attacks with Swift Sphere so I can block with Sphinx, and we will have a cool explosion for the day. Well, I guess trading 3 times, 2 for 1, or 1 for 2, isn't very good for Mono Red. Alright, guys, I will try to make outro a little bit shorter because I want to, you know, give you the video as soon as possible, and I already know it will be a little bit late. But don't you worry, you get the second video at the usual time later this day, so you get 2 for 1, like Mono Red. I had to make this joke. So let's make it short. What about the Intimidation Campaign, not Disinformation? I really like the card. I think it's cool. It's also uncommon, so you can just brew around it, get the feeling of the card. I liked it. Even against aggro decks, it felt useful. I'm not sure if you should play 4 of them. Maybe 2 or 3 is more reasonable. One of really cool things about this card is it has basically no deck building cost. Like, does this sound like not control to you? Like, it's exactly the same cards we want to be using anyway. So you don't really lose anything, and potentially you get infinite cardo. It really synergizes with the rest of your deck very nicely. Sometimes you have a lot of mana and nothing to play. With Intimidation Campaign, it will never happen again. Single Intimidation Campaign means that you keep drawing and keep drawing because every card you play basically targets something. So everything just draws you a card basically, as long as you have enough mana to support it. So yeah, I like the card. I think it's fun, and it definitely has the feeling of a Disinformation Campaign. I would love it to discard cards, alright? I would love it, but I'll take it. It's standard. We can take, you know, a little bit of different version, and it definitely did the job. Can be a bit slow sometimes. You sometimes can get multiples of them, so maybe playing 3 is more responsible, but I still really enjoy this game plan. And yeah, Stoic Sphinx, this really ambushes very, very well. If they are tapped, they cannot really attack you or risk losing to Sphinx. So honestly, I really enjoyed it, and it seems to be catching Slick Shot very often. One additional thing, if you have this in the board, they are forced to use some buff spells, which makes your removal so much better because you instantly trade 2 for 1. Normally, they can just, you know, say go, and if you don't kill anything, you get 3 damage, and they force it the same way on the next turn. With Sphinx, they have to do it first, and then you force a very good trade. So this creates a lot of pressure for, you know, our mono red friends and other aggro decks. Other than this, the deck is pretty classic. I think we talked about everything in the intro, and yeah, I like this version. I think it's cool. We'll make more decks with Intimidation Campaign because it's a card I really enjoyed. So guys, see you again later this day, and really thank you for watching. Have fun!
With